Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunnysun. With this daily astrological report, we'll be speaking about Mars entering into Aries, into Pisces, and it will stay there for 6 weeks between January 12th and February 19th. Mars is the engine and Pisces is the enemy. Well, in this period of Mars and Pisces, we will find more prosperous visions and trusting in our own innate nature. The astro for this period will be very sensitive, with Pisces, a sign that signifies transcendence. This is not one of the strongest placement for Mars, a fire sign. To be in the watery position, this may bring difficulties in asserting oneself. At this time, we will avoid anything that can make us feel vulnerable and sensitive in these areas. Many times, it's where the state of the weather will cause people to find the individual in enmity and should be careful in asserting his herself. This person in the positive side will receive something beneficial regarding prisons for this reason, that he may have had several insecurities where the person gave in selfless work and may have accomplished something of himself, whether that be working around behind the scenes, hidden from any situation. Then your energies can become non-combative and uncompetitive. You are then a pacifist. You do not like tackling anything head on, and you have a manner of searching. Your workplace is more secretive, behind the scenes, and hidden, where your preferred vocation will be in an office, helping out humanity, taking the necessary steps. Because, as I will mention, Mars has a power to grant you that mastery, and hence makes you a supporting role where you can experience these feelings and emotions in a more fair and at no expense of going against anything. You're someone of a weak will, feeble-minded. You are quite happy taking things, and for Mars in previous lifetimes may have caused you some very dire affliction related to prisons, or a person by this sign may have been a drunkard, inclined to take the hardest drinks and do criminal acts himself. This, of course, we are not sure, because Pisces acts with suspicion and confusion more in relation to our dreams, where conditions are more favored towards escapism, and you may have dreamed of high ideals. Your purpose in this lifetime, of course, is not to procrastinate. You're quick and independent, well aspected, will feature things that can bring you on top and at first on things, and you will benefit from large groups and associations. If you plan clear, then you will have the duty of true self-sacrifice and understanding that you are looking at the future with true determination and learning more about self-control, and that is most important for you and therefore for any occupation. You may have handled extreme pressures and situations where you needed a guiding spirit, a higher mystical vision, where the control was on you to take action for you, and it's time to excel for you in the same occupation, in some occupation. Thank you for watching. Mars, a planet of action, Mars is a planet by sheer motivation and drive, the bright fiery furnace, that which is the reservoirs of our solar, and also represents our deep personality because of our energy. That is a result of the dynamic force, as we use the energies, this latent power of Mars, and the source of what motivates us into action. And highlights action, force, initiative, that sort of energy force. We could choose to walk or keep the expression, as we come to trust our most incomparable boon, that we can keep the expression in a careful and planned way as we start to push forward in this period of Mars in Pisces. As Mars is a planet of spring, and as we arise and is ready for conquest and business, while we are starting with this fiery force, this is one of the most valuable servants for mankind. As we push forward with more inimical power, we discover the meaning of life and quickly gain mastery over it. Mars is one of the most consuming fire, the reckless, the competitive, impulsive, and the war god Mars. Mars in today's world, we are conserved where we could find Mars in the large world, in competition, in franchise, in business, on enterprises, in a well-directed motive. The fiery solar force focuses more on transformation through this world, through marvelous inventions, and even drive the world better than the persons that preached it in its prime. In a way, in more ways than one, this present world has promised more than it did how we once left it. The urge for Mars to transform will keep us to move and invest in something and more prosperous within the confines of Mars and its fiery action.